it's another team that we have to beat, in order to go to and achieve our goals as going to the national championship. Plus, I know I have a lot of friends on the team, a lot of people. I know all the coaches, so it's kind of like a rivalry game, even more so to me.
You talked to any of those guys recently?
No, I had about a couple of weeks ago. I talked to Drake Nevis, and we just talked a little bit, and not much about the game. Just talk about like how each other are doing, and so like playing wise.
Can you give us a Cliff Notes version of how you got here?
How I got here, just things just look better here than it did at LSU. All the coaches, the players, the program is great. I just saw a better fit at Alabama than I did at LSU.
You got some more playing time against Tennessee, obviously. Just talk about how you felt like you played in that game and what that experience could do for you going forward.
I felt I played pretty good. There's always room for improvement, but as far as experience-wise, I think it got me trained for what to look for, what the game speed's like to play, like the whole game.
What's it going to be like going back to Baton Rouge?
Exciting, just to see all the places that I just came from, and all the people, all the friends. It's gonna be pretty exciting.
Do you think you'll hear anything from the LSU fans?
Ooh, I hope not. I hope they wouldn't do me like that.
A couple years ago, though, fans were foaming at the mouth that Coach Saban was coming back. Did that kind of translate to the team, do you think, the LSU team?
Not really, because, a lot of people on the team didn't get to play for Coach Saban, so they really had no connection to him. So, at LSU, it was just another game. We had to beat Alabama to make it to our goals.
I was going to say, that's not just another game, though. Alabama-LSU has been pretty intense for a while.
Yeah, it's always been a pretty intense game. Win or lose, everybody puts their all in.
Marcel Darius was talking about the other week about being intimidated, LSU intimidated with the Tiger out there as you come out. Like, what does LSU do with that Tiger? They purposely try to intimidate other players?
To be honest, I don't even know. All I do is hear about they having the Tiger out there right when they come out, and normally I hear the Tiger roar. So I'm guessing they get the Tiger to roar every time the other team comes out to intimidate. So this will be my first time.
Poke the Tiger or something? I don't know. Again,
I'm guessing.
What were things like in the LSU locker room in 2008 after that overtime loss?
Let down because we didn't win. It always hurts to lose a game, especially in overtime. So just knowing that we were so close and didn't get to pull it out, it hurts even worse.
Is there a sense among players that's attached to this series that this is kind of the game that makes or breaks the season in the SEC West?
In a way, it is, but really everyone is looking at LSU and Auburn, because if we do beat LSU afterwards, we still have to go through Auburn, which is so-called the high-powered team right now.
Even going back to your years at LSU, did you sense at LSU when you were there that the Alabama game was a make or break kind of game?
Yes, sir. It really was. Either between Alabama and Auburn, but those whoever wins between us three are normally the one coming out of the West that's going to win it or going to the SEC championship.
Coming from LSU, is there anything specific they say about Alabama? Do they have anything from being in that locker room, or what do they say about Alabama players or fans or anything in general?
They don't really say anything in general, just trying to get better, everyone trying to do their part. They know it's a rivalry game between us just because of Coach Saban and just the past years. So everyone's just trying to do their part.
One more.
How's it going for you this year? It seems like it's kind of coming together a little more.
They're getting better and better week by week. So hopefully it just keeps getting better, and I just keep putting myself out there.
Was there one thing in particular, though, that kind of clicked for you a little bit?
Not really. Just trying to do whatever the coaches tell me to do, just to better myself as a player and better the team.
will to win starts in practice. So if that's the case, how has practice gone thus far this week?
So far, so good. We feel like we had a really good day yesterday and followed up with an all right day today. That's something that we've really just been focused on is, starting to set the tone for the week to come in practice. And I felt like we had a really good week of practice Tennessee week, and we had three really good practices in the bye week. So I feel like we've done a good job of focusing on really the last piece of the season.
Coach Saban said basically that the team is as healthy as it's going to be. Have you noticed that in practice, or players, they seem like they feel better?
Definitely. A few days off can help heal up those little injuries like groins and ankles and small little muscles and things that you got nicked up. Because it is just you don't really realize how much of a grind it really is until you're in it, and you just get those little injuries that you can't get well because you keep practicing on them and keep working. So it definitely was great to get a few days off and just kind of let a few of those little things heal up.
What do you think about this LSU defense?
I think they're a great defense. For me, for us, it all starts up front. They have a great, front. They have some great front guys, and we know that we're really gonna have to do a great job this week on the line of scrimmage if we want to move the ball.
Number 92 is kind of their bell cow up front. What do you think of him specifically?
Yeah, Drake Novis he's a great player, and we've been watching a lot of film on him, and he's extremely talented, and I think he really just plays the game like you want to see guys play it. He plays extremely hard, plays the whistle, and we have a tremendous amount of respect for a guy like that. Who really does look like he works hard. So we'll definitely have to just be assignment perfect and really technique perfect against a guy like that.
Has Phelan Jones talked to you much, to anybody much about going back to his old school?
I don't know, honestly. That's the DB room is about as far as you can get away from the offensive line room.
Both two talented guys, one guy's talented on one end and the other guy's talented on the other. You really just try to come out there and execute your game plan. The offense with those two guys in the game is basically the same type of offense. I mean, you expect Jordan Jefferson to pull the ball on his own read more than you might expect the other guy. But the offense is pretty much the same. You just come out and execute your game plan.
Well, has Phelan said anything to you guys in defense talking about LSU and his background and anything along those lines?
Is that Phelan?
Yeah.
Phelan, he's a part of our team now. He had some experience at LSU when he came and joined Alabama. So he's a part of us. I know that. He had some good times, some bad times there. But he's a part of our team now. He talks about it from time to time when they play LSU fight music in the weight room. He might dance to it because he know it pretty well. But he's a part of our team now.
What else does he say? Specifics?
Can you repeat that question?
What else does he say? Does he talk a little bit here and there?
I'm pretty sure it's a game that he's going to play in. Anybody wants to go back and play against LSU transfer. So I know he's up and excited about this one, probably a little bit more than others, but it's one game at a time.
Sorry, already been asked you this, but let's talk about the difference between rushing a drop back passer and rushing a guy like Jefferson that can hurt you with his feet.
Rushing a guy like Jefferson, you want to keep